Sukhasana, Sukha, like sugar, sweet, easy pose. Notice which leg you have in front, just without judging that. Let your hands rest on your legs so that your elbows are in by your sides so that you have a little support with your hands resting. Close your eyes and just feel the vibration and energy of the hands from whatever they've been doing. And just let their weight gently press into the legs. Feel the legs rest into the earth. Feel your next exhale travel downward. Just let it go down into the earth. Really make a connection there. Breathing out all the way. Let your inhale follow. Just begin with some sensing of the breath. Not changing it, but allowing it to evolve as you notice it. Not engaging your bandhas, just letting yourself rest. Be very, very still. Very still. Sense your breath. Let your ears find it. Let your eyes look for it inside. Perhaps the eyes watch it traveling in and out. Moving through your nose. A little determination to help clear out the nose. And it becomes a calming style of breathing. Fully engage with the sensation of each breath a little bit longer.
I brought in the mail.
Any tension that is created, notice if you start drifting anywhere, just let it go. Really soft, last time. Exhale down into the earth. And then engage your lower belly towards your spine and sit more upright. So activate your core, have a moment with that request into your body. Draw the navel in and up. A light toning. And then let your awareness below where the earth comes into your body, the root of your torso. Just let your hands be in your lap, thinking of that root area. A little uplift there. And then bring your hands around to your sacrum for a moment. Let your heart open as well as you ground your hands into that large triangular bone. Center of your pelvis. Breathe one more time. Let your chest open, strong in your core so you can sit tall. And exhale, slide your hands back onto your belly center. Fill it with light, just feeling the light around you, natural or otherwise, just let light come into your belly center. Inhale to heart center. Just bringing that earth energy, that groundedness up to the throat as well. And let the hands open out, arms reach, spread your fingers, joyful lift with the corners of your mouth. Bring peace. Next time you breathe out, hands come together down to your heart. Inhale deeply. Long exhale. And now fold forward from your hips. And elbows can come to the legs slightly or to the floor. And just rest your hands softly. Maybe rest your forehead lightly on your hands. Have a moment for your own, a little stillness and time for your own intentions. Just be present with yourself. Releasing tension in your body with loving awareness. Inhale, release up. Lean back and stretch out your legs. Hi, Chun-Li. Rest your feet together. So a little gentle goat pose. Hug the backs of your legs. Lift your heart. Sit up tall. Bring your right leg towards the floor. Touch your toes down. Keep the support. Other side. Just alternating that knee toe down touch. Keep lifting your chest. Once more each way. And then rest both feet down and together. Hug your knees. Draw your heart forward. Malasana. A little effort starting to bring your heart through, reaching through one arm at a time. And just letting your head bow down as you try to ground your inner feet. Garland pose. Soften everything you can. Feel the earth hold you. Go lay down. Go on. Breathe out one more time. Gently to increase that stretch just a little bit. And then release. Come to one side. Mindfully transition up to your feet. Using your legs to stand. Establish your feet into the earth. Lift and spread your toes. Find four corners of your feet and stand tall and relaxed. Mountain pose. It is all mountain pose. So this is a place where we just become aware of our alignment in a standing position. Feel your heels. Your hips kind of line up over your heels. Shoulders over your hips. Ears over your shoulders. Tall and relaxed, arms loose, just grounded into your body. And exhale, navel towards the spine. Find that anchor. Inhale, reach up your arms. Rest your hands together. And exhale over to the right side, standing side bend. Just a little crescent side shape. You can kick your hips out to the left as it feels good. Important to have this toned in the tummy here. And just one more exhale. Inhale to center, release down your hands. Anchor in your low belly and ribs, reach up your arms, hands press, and then send your right hip out to the side, come to side bend, your own side bend. This one's rather effortful, I feel. Press your hands into each other. Ask your core for support. And breathe out one more time. Let inhale energy help you come up, and exhale, release down your hands. Have a wholehearted readiness for the practice ahead, for the sun salutations. Both familiar and unfamiliar, energizing and calming. I am ready. A little attitude of determination with compassion. Breathe in, reach to the sky. Have a real sense of gratitude for the sun and the sky. Exhale, come through your center, bend your knees, and fold down. So we literally bow towards the sun with our bodies. Gently stretch your back body. Halfway lift, we go up to peek at the horizon again. Exhale, have a moment to spread your hands, take back your legs. Just hold plank pose, knees up or down. Try to level yourself out so your hips are nice and low, but not lower than straight. Press earth away, just 5 breaths. Fourth breath. Last one, hug your navel towards your spine. Knees down, quarter dog, pull back, stretch your spine long, rest your head down. Broad shoulders externally rotating. You can always reset your toes if you went back without a lot of careful setting there. Just let your breath stretch into the shape. And let your mind quiet. Let your hands soften. Breathe one more time. Always feeling free to use this version of downward dog. Come on up, let your feet release. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press the tops of your feet down into the earth. Tiger pose, you reach your right leg straight back. Not too high, just back. And then draw your knee and nose together, hugging your elbows. So there's an inhale, extension like cow spine, reach your leg. Exhale, curl, hugging your elbows. 3 more times. Not holding too long, just flow from one to the other. Spine and hips. And release. Knees together, pull back. Drape your arms, rest your hands. Chin tucks down. Deep breathing into your back body. A little welcoming to that calming quality, the energizing qualities, and the balance of both. Back up for tiger, second side. Find your tabletop. Spread your hands, lift your belly. Start with extension first, so don't overdo this in your low back. Just go straight back and then hug your elbows in so everything kind of draws towards your knee. Then release out, long spine. Exhale around, 3 more times. And then just try to have a little bit of playfulness in your body. Work deeply and positively in each exercise. Release your knee down. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Refine your first one. Hands, head down. Get that play bow shape to the body. Knees bent or straight. Uplift and low belly, hands spread. Slow breaths. Can you lift up your toes? One more breath, release your toes down. Transition to standing, bend your knees, look between your hands gently. Next time you breathe in, straighten out your legs and step forward or hop forward. And halfway lift. You don't have to force the breath, but try to really stretch it. Slowly breathe out, find your forward fold. Belly up, head down. Press your feet, journey to standing. Float up your arms. Reach to that sun again. And then bring some of that energy down into your heart. Free breath. Lift your elbows. Interlace your fingers. Inhale up to the sky. Gaze up, reach up, press up. Release your fingers. Heart forward. Catch the backs of your legs. Belly up, head down. All in one exhale. Hands to the front of your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, knees bend, spread hands, go back. So we have that slow breath transition. Trying our side plank. Bring the right knee down, other foot behind, open out, or both legs straight. Nice friendly version. Just 5 breaths. Energize it, reach to the sky. Grateful for what you're able to do. One more breath. And the release. Exhale. Set up the other side, so that foundational hand's really important. Let it spread. And If you're taking care of your hand, having your knee down is going to make it lighter in your arm. Reach out, find steadiness, anchoring your belly, letting your eyes be steady. Eyes be steady. Breath steady. Fourth one. Exhale, unwind to your tabletop pose, upward facing dog. Pick up your hands, come to your knees, circle, wrists both ways. Infinity symbols. Just relax, free flow. Nice to have a little flow on the moon days, especially. And then let your hands come and spiral out and spread. You can experiment with middle fingers forward. For me, my middle fingers angle out a little bit. So work with yourself. Belly towards the spine. So we want a strong belly. Ease your belly forward. You can adjust your knees back if you need more space for this. Arms pressed strong and straight. And try tucking your tail under a little. And lift up your knees if you like. Gaze down your nose. Do just the right amount. Lots going on. Fourth breath. Welcome warmth. Lift your heart to the sun. And then breathe out, knees down. Downward dog or quarter dog. Take care of yourself right now. What do you need? A little side to side rocking in downward dog just to ground. You feel that energizing quality of the upward dog, and then we come back to calming. Come to stillness if you were rocking. Body gets a little more open with each breath. One more breath out. Another way to come forward is to pike up, keep your hips high, walk on the balls of your feet as far forward as you can, and then release so that you can find your way up. Press, leave your fingers, breathing in. Breathing out, float your arms down, slowly back into your sides. And take your hands around to your sacrum, so hold that sacrum, widen out your feet a little bit for standing back bend pose. It's just light, so back bend is just a lengthening of the front body. So I'm grounded in my feet and legs, just tell yourself that, feel it. And then we're going to guide the pelvis forward with the hands at the sacrum. Lift your whole rib cage. Maybe go back a little bit if it feels okay. Spread your shoulders a little bit wide in the front. You have a sense of lifting your heart, and your head goes back or stays neutral. If it doesn't feel good to go back, it doesn't have to follow. Let it be where it feels okay. One more breath to experiment with that heart lift. And then carefully release those actions. Feet parallel, wide hip distance. Come slowly to forward fold. So transition from one leg to the other. Take your favorite way. Maybe hands under feet or hold elbows. Hug at your knees. Bend, straight. Okay. Belly up, head down. So if you're catching under the feet, draw your elbows wide. Just the right amount of the opening in the backs of your legs. Don't force it, don't strain. You'll feel something and listen to that. Honor your body. Maybe try slightly more weight into the balls of your feet. Just trust a little bit more weight forward. Breathe out, stay. Release however you've been holding. Press your feet and stand up. Catch your center. Take your stance in warrior A position. Right leg back. Angle the back heel. A moment to work your way in here. Little time. Bringing your knee over your ankle. You can guide it out. have a visual or a touch just to commit to that being centered so that it's protected. Have a moment with some downward energy, down right through the middle, down the pelvis. Arms, coat sleeves, empty coat sleeves. Close your eyes and just feel the power of your stance. And then take your right elbow under your left. You can hug shoulders or weave the fingers. Just bring the fingers towards the sky. Exhale, humble warrior pose. I'm going to bring my back foot in a little closer because there we go, very forward here. So make adjustments if you need. Third breath. One more exhale. See if you can go lower into your bow. Inhale up and open to warrior B. Straighten your front knee for a moment. Reach out your arms. Turn your hips to the side and bring your knee back out. Just float the arms. Gently gather your fingers. Don't grip with your feet. Let peace permeate. One more breath out. Grounding. Straighten your legs and turn to wide parallel feet. Adjust the distance if you need to. A position, inhale, long spine. Exhale, bend your knees enough. Hinge your pelvis forward so you can reach down. Shoulders stay up in the body, head reaches down. Hands spread, elbows hug towards each other. Symmetrical, inverted. These poses can help bring nice blood flow to the brain. Nice, especially this time of day or in the morning. Breathe out once more. Listen for that breath sound through the nose. Inhale, coming up. Enjoy the process, just straight up at the top. Exhale, relax. Press your feet to come to the top of your mat, just stepping out. Have a moment to transition, land in your mountain, aligned and relaxed. Just feel your nervous system register calmness when you take the time to stand carefully. The energy flows. Humble warrior from the A position, big step back, maybe not too big, as I found on the other side. Hips to the front and downward. Guide your knee, center it towards your middle toes. Arms down, grounding. Left elbow under the right. Wrap it up. Fold right inside of that front knee, bowing. Strengthening the legs. Third breath. Keep trying to find space. Lengthening the sides of your waist. Determined pressing into your feet. Exhale. Inhale up, let your legs straighten out as you come up. Reach out your arms. Turn back toes and hips to the side. And then add that knee bend as the last. Let your head turn, gather fingers, eyes rest forward. Everything is the pose. All the actions are specific down to our gaze and our breath. Notice there's steadiness in the subtle movements. Stretch one more breath through you. Enjoy that inhale feeling. And the exhale one. And at the end, let down your arms. Turn to wide parallel feet facing the other way. Adjust if you need to. Guide your pelvis forward, bend your knees, come on down. Just taking your left hand under your face. Let your right hand open out, revolving to any degree. Take care of your low back. It's nice and flat here, belly strong. That's one choice actually, is to do a sacrum hold. Feels pretty good actually. Overreach your arm. Use all 3 limbs on the floor for support. And exhale, untwist. Switch hands, other side. Maybe try that sacrum hold. And just open your heart out to the side. Gaze up. Meet challenges with determination, always adjusting if you need to. One more breath, a little more twist, a little more lift. Exhale, let it go, decompress it. And inhale, coming up. Roll your shoulders back a few times as you step out. Easy wide feet, catch your center and circle your hips one direction. Just find some free-flowing movement, ease. Connecting deeply to the earth with this practice. The femurs connect to the feet, connect to the earth. Other way, spinning around. Not creating a back bend in your spine, so don't lift your tail out. Just keep it neutral. And exhale, work your way to steadiness and stillness. Release down your arms. So the prana of the full moon is strong, it's energizing. Can be a little strongly energizing, but at this time of year especially, it's really nice to have lots of light. So a practice to help us keep that in our tissues from our standing practice. Make just very soft fists with your hands. Just curl your fingers down, thumbs out to the side. So it's not a whole fist, it's like a half fist. And with that palm, you're gonna just do gentle thumping. So we're gonna travel up the outside of the arms, just thump, thump, thump lightly, and then down the inside. Try up the inside, down the outside, up the inside. Loving awareness, just trust me, feels good. Other arm, up the inseam, round your shoulder, down the outside. Just light, therapeutic. Keeping the prana deep into our tissues, into our collagen. And then once the arms are complete, we move to the chest, avoiding breast tissue. This half soft open fist, thumping center of the chest. Work your way everywhere that you can reach. Down the sides of your ribs, your low ribs. And then going around the belly in a, towards the right. Lightly circle towards the right a few times. That's a hard one to mirror. And then come to your upper hips, your front of your legs, to start traveling down. Thump, thump, thump. There's sound, you can listen. Just try to cover the whole front surface, not the bony parts, just come down either side of your shins and the tops of the feet a little bit. And then traveling up the back. Take some time here. Cover the outside of your lower legs and then come inside. Get the inside of your lower legs. Continue up the inside of your upper legs. Come around the back of your upper legs, middle. Just try to cover all of it. And then up to your hips. Just cover that surface. Feel all the vibration. And then stop and just let yourself rest open, standing. Storing the prana in our center, deeply into our tissues, in our brains, nervous system. And then breathe out one more time. And doing a slow moon salutation for the full moon, Chandra Namaskara. Starting sideways on your mat. And taking the arms up, anchoring the ribs. Just an easy side bend to the right. An easy side bend to the left. Back to center, hands to heart, and step out goddess pose. So turn out your toes, bend your knees, come down the center. Taking out any real striving like we do in the sun salutations here. Just nice and easy. One more breath out. Breathe in, straighten your legs, and take a triangle pose to the left side. So just turn out those toes all the way, angle in the right toes, over and down. Just a little lighter than usual, just a little less effort, a little softer. Still drawing upon the foundation and the core. One more breath. Extend the triangle. Inhale, come up, turn to face the left leg. So square your hips towards the left. Parsvottanasana. Fold forward. Catch your shin or the floor. It's okay if your front knee bends in this pose. Soles of the feet spread open. Nice easy breath, one more time. Transition to Anjaneyasana, the low crescent lunge. Bring your back knee down. Shoulders back as you come up. Bring your front knee out towards your toes. Try a little tail tuck in this pose and keep your arms where they feel good today. Up or down on the knee. Just a little soft, meditative. One more breath. Return to a center with your arms and your knee. Side lunge. So toes turn to a 45. Use your arms to straighten out your other leg. So we come to that side lunge. You can be up on your knee as well. Just one more breath. And now we mirror over to the other side, starting with the side lunge. Try to release as much tension as you can. Just a light engagement in your bandhas. A little bit low belly towards the spine. That's the one we work with first. Breathe out once more. Anjaneyasana. Take a little time to square down to the right. Bring your knee down. Rise up. Bring your knee forward on the front leg. And just choose where your arms want to be. Using both legs to guide the pose. Third breath. A little tail tucking. Helping ground it. Last one. Transition to Parsvottanasana, standing up. Keep the hips squaring. Folding forward to your own degree. Soft face. Lightly lifting the corners of your mouth. Peaceful. Transition to triangle pose. So those back toes angle out and that frees the hip to come to the side, and then we can reach up and down. Just trying a really easy arm stay. It's like a a dancer holding that foundation instead of all the binding. Keep your core engaged so you don't strain your low back. Breathe out one more time. Inhale, release. Up, hands together. Goddess stance, wide knees bend, squat, toes turning out. Just settling. Generating peace with our mindfulness. One more exhalation. But inhale, float you up as you straighten your legs. Step feet about hip distance. Arms up. Side bend over to the left. Breathe out. Breathe in to center. Breathe out over to the other side. Breathe in, up. And breathe out, release down your hands. Just rest your arms into your body with your palms open, pinkies touching. Filling that space. It's wide open. Add some gratitude. Exhale. Coming to a really easygoing forward fold now with the knees bending. Keeping this hand position ultimately, or just the backs of the hands coming down. So squat down, fold forward, rest the backs of your hands on the floor and let yourself just dangle. Fourth breath. And fifth breath. Bend your knees more, flip over your hands. Take your legs back. And bring down your knees, cross your ankles. Pull back into child's pose for a moment. Come up, switch the cross of your ankles. Go back just as much as it feels okay. Lengthen your sides. And then if possible, just draw your hands back and come around to seated. That way, or you can come your own way. Legs out in front. Point your toes. Close your eyes as you create a Purvattanasana shape. So stretching the tops of the feet. Feel the fronts of the shins, fronts of the knees, fronts of the thighs. And bring your fingers and hands back behind you, fingers forward. Lean back to your hands, bend your elbows. Lift your chest. Now open your eyes towards your nose or your toes. Optional lift up. You can stay with your hips down and just lift your heart, or lift your hips as well. Head can stay forward. Carefully lift your chin if it feels okay. Lift your hips by squeezing your glutes. One more breath. Upside down plank pose, basically. Carefully release down. Slowly go the other way. Maybe lifting off each sitting bone, finding center. Tip your pelvis forward, bend your knees. And catch the tops of your feet. Bring your head down. Straightening out your legs and spine more if you can. Wrapping underneath if you need some support. Going the other way. Third breath, make space for your breath. When that inhale comes, let yourself come up and breathe deeply. Breathing out, gently deepen your pose. Try that once more. Subtle or less subtle. Exhale, finish. And then inhale, coming up. infinity pose to the right. So we have those upward dog style arms, strong, but we're not having to hold the whole weight of the body. We just want to lift out of our shoulders, spread the hands, cross your left ankle over your right, and just stay on your hip, but roll to the side. So really lengthening that side waist, side of your torso, side of your leg, just to your own degree. I'm actually going to bend my elbow a little bit on my back arm, just because my arm's a little too long for where my arm is. So customize this, positive, and just let one more breath flow through. And just shift your weight off the side and come back to center. Other side, let the crossover. And that activates the legs a little bit. Spread out your hands over to the side. So they're just supporting you as you roll to the outside of your, or the side of your left body, lifting out. Really paying attention to where the sensations are good. Lift out of your shoulders. One more time. What can you relax? And let your exhale be your release. Back to center. Ardha Matsyendrasana, folding in your right leg, knee towards the front. Your left foot is on the floor, coming around the knee if possible, or just in that vicinity. Sit up tall, use the support of your leg. As you twist, keep tall. Support yourself with your arms, one behind, one at the knee. And look back deeply, whatever that is for you today. Paying attention to that work across the back of the hip, so you can rest your leg out into it or draw in. So you want to create some nice work there as well as the spinal twist. We'll give it 8 breaths. Rest your eyes. Turning a half gaze, half closed eyes, soft eyes. And like a painter, we begin to see things for what they really are, for their shape and light. Less attached to what we think we see. Breathe out again and take one more breath here, so there's time to feel complete. And then return to center and switch to the other side, folding in the left knee in on itself, holding it right in front. The right foot finds its way. Use the arms and the core to sit tall. So beginning that twist, and then exhale, guide yourself in. So this, we won't count until we have a moment to find the pose. Either hugging in or letting your hip rest out or neutral. Nice work along the spine and the neck as you turn back. And then take away any extra tension. Hands and feet are soft, face and eyes soft. 5. See if you can find a little more space that feels good. Once we relax into the shape. The 8th breath. Let the ending of the exhale bring you back to center and release your legs. And come down onto the right side of your body. Just find balance on your side. As promised, spinning the last quarter of our practice close to the ground. Your head propped up or resting down. Resting down is more relaxing. Bend your top knee, catch your ankle, and just rest open here. Just let that connection of the ankle resting into the hand just hold there. Lightly ground your extended leg. Lightly have your navel toning inward. Three slow breaths. With your next breath out, just ease onto your back. Keep that knee bent and rest in your back for a moment. One of my favorites is the low rib cage hold. It's a nice grounding. It's a comfortable place to rest your hands when you're on your back. Connects you with your breath, your center. And then find that side position the other way. Roll to the left side of your body. Get your head comfortably supported. Bend your top knee when you're ready. Just a really relaxed way, not making effort. And deeply breathe once more. Relaxed. Transition to your back again with that knee bent, resting with the one knee bent for a few breaths. Nice deep breath. Expand. Stretch it. Feel your ribcage go in all directions. And then breathe out. Anchor yourself towards the midline, towards the navel center. Bring in your other foot, so both feet are in the bridge pose, head is centered, rock it gently side to side. Take your time. Just find your range of motion in both directions. And gently massaging that occipital area where our vision is back there, hard-working part of the brain. But your vision now can be relaxing for yoga, letting your eyes rest, especially in this part of practice. Let your arms rest beside you. Relax your feet. Only lift up in the little gentlest way. Just get your hips off the ground. Least effort. Just let that be grounding, non-striving. Little tuck of your tail. Feel how easily, how lightly you can press to lift yourself with our practice. And then let your tail tuck release and bring your spine down. All the way, completely down. And then over to your belly, transition over. Rounding on your front body. Have a moment to find center. And to widen your legs about as wide as your mat. Just rest your head, come comfortably and rock your pelvis side to side. Just your feet can rock side to side. And then be still. Just let your front thighs press the earth, your chest, pubic bone, tops of the feet. Send a few rounds of breath, or a few, let's see, a minute in half frog pose. Here we go. Right leg sliding out beside you. Why not? We're grounding on our bellies. Half frog, yin. So take out the effort. Curl over toward that side a bit if it feels good. Rest your head and be still. Let these poses be part of your rest right now. Let yourself be restored. Be very still. Just breathe. Let your brain rest. If you observe that part of you is not completely comfortable, just gently adjust so that you're more comfortable. Here by choice in your own way. Letting energy flow. Softer and softer. Erasing effort. Notice your breath slow down. Let it. Experience your next breath in. Softly present with it. And your breath out. Release to center, rock side to side with your pelvis. And make your way into your half frog shape other side. So you need cushioning under your knee. If you don't want to turn your torso, you don't have to. Make sure you rest your head on a place that's not too bony and creating discomfort on your face or the side of your head. Let that be really comfortable. Bring in your pillow or blanket if you have one. Rest in this pose. Erasing effort the whole time. %, supported by the earth. So stillness meditation. How soft can I be? How still can I be? Just a sense of being open to those properties. Letting their benefits be received. Stretch the breath a few more times.
You have to make dinner. Don't turn your hair.
Let's start the process of letting go of that stillness, just moving out. Child's pose. Press up. Knees close. Sit back. And drape your arms so your shoulders just hang off your body. Hang your head and shoulders. The hands in their Shavasana, open curl, just resting. And let your breath naturally find your back body here without asking it to. Just let it go there. It will naturally when we compress the front. One of the many miracles. Soft. And soft through one more exhale. Move slowly to rest on your body wherever you like. Use your blanket. Just tuck yourself in a little bit with the blanket if you like, just to finish our rest on your back possibly, or returning to belly or side if you prefer. Not disturbing yourself too much, just draw the covering over you if you would like. Letting your eyes rest deeply into their sockets, perhaps rubbing your hands together to create a little vibration and friction. Listen to the sound. And then cup your hands over your eye sockets to soften the brain, and soften the face. You could always keep your hands there, but it may become effortful, so let them come where they're not going to be effortful. This long process of calming and grounding and dropping in leads you to this point where you can just rest in that place. Consciously resting. Untether your brain, just let it float. The breath is there if you need it. It's there anyway. Sarvesham swasti bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve shantu niramayaha. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhavet. May good befall all. May there be peace for all. May all be fit for perfection, and may all experience that which is auspicious. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all experience what is good and let no one suffer. Gently invite your breath to move in the left side of your nose and out the right. Breathing into the moon channel. Just use your brain. You can feel the left side of your nose if you ask, and you concentrate there. Draw in left, and out to the right. One more time, inhale left side, stretch it. Exhale right side. Breathe in both sides, reach up your arms. Just let them float up, reach through the legs. And breathe out, relax. And breathe in another step towards moving out of the pose, maybe coming to the side. Exhale, relax. Inhale to sit up. Perhaps take the other leg out in front, just for a brief sit. Hands resting open. Just let the lower fingers touch a little bit. We create a place for our gratitude. Let the practice be experienced and received, stored. It's always yours, always part of you now. Stretch your breath, invigorate yourself a little bit with that deepening breath. Deep release. And hands rest together, deep breath, inhale. Inhale more. Big exhale. Take your fingertips and your hands up to your head and just give a little bit of a gentle massage. Just bring your fingers in, a little circular friction, thumbs around the ears. Just wherever it feels nice, just sit tall. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then release your hands down. Feel that awakening in your mind, refreshing you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 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 my friends. Thank you so much. Namaste. We hope that you feel good from that practice, trying to tailor it towards the time of day, but also a moon practice. It's a little different.